It's Patrick Hutzel from IntensiveCareHotline.com, where we instantly improve the lives of families of critically ill patients in intensive care, so that you can have peace of mind, real power, real control, and so that you can influence decision making fast, even if you're not a doctor or a nurse in intensive care. This is another episode of Your Questions Answered, and in last week's episode I answered another question from one of our readers, and the question last week was part 7 of My Auntie is in intensive care on Ecmo for ARDS. We're very worried she may die. Help! Part 7. You can check out the answer to last week's question by clicking on the link below this video. In this week's episode of Your Questions Answered, I want to answer another question from one of our readers, and the question this week is part 8 of My Auntie is in intensive care on Ecmo for ARDS. We're very worried she may die. Help! Lee from the UK writes, Hi Patrick, just giving you a quick update of what's been happening with my auntie. No real change yesterday, same as the day before. Today the oxygen levels were staying at 30%. The chest x-ray still showing fluids sitting on the bottom of the left lung. The dialysis machine is off at the minute to see if she can cope without it, and she's having an infusion to kickstart the kidneys and to help pass more urine and hopefully rid the fluids in the lungs. The infection markers keep coming down slowly and she seems very stable at the minute, so they tell us. What do you think? Thanks, from Lee. Hi Lee, that's really awesome and great news. It's really great to hear that your auntie is now progressing so well. It sounds like your auntie is finally stabilizing. 30% oxygen is really good when on the ventilator with tracheostomy. It makes sense that they try and stop the dialysis machine and see whether her kidneys and lungs can cope without it. It also makes sense that they try and get your auntie's kidneys going with an infusion instead of the dialysis machine. They probably started a furosemide or Lasix infusion. It sounds to me like she's making progress, and hopefully all your patience and commitment to get your auntie better is slowly but surely paying off. Be prepared for other challenges to come up, but it looks like your aunt is slowly but surely moving out of the most critical phase. It's good to hear that infection markers are reduced and less fluids on the x-ray as well. So keep doing what you're doing and keep staying positive, most importantly. Your auntie will thank you for it. Let me know how things go. Take care. So, how can you get peace of mind, control, power and influence quickly whilst your loved one is critically ill in intensive care? You get to that all-important feeling of peace of mind, control, power and influence when you download your free Instant Impact Report now by entering your email below. In your free Instant Impact Report, you learn quickly how to get peace of mind, real power and real control, and how you can influence decision making fast whilst your loved one is critically ill in intensive care. Your free Instant Impact Report gives you in-depth insight that you must know whilst your loved one is critically ill or is even dying in intensive care. Sign up and download your free Instant Impact Report now by entering your email below. In your free Instant Impact Report, you learn how to speak the secret intensive care language so that the doctors and the nurses know straight away that you are an insider and that you know and understand what's really happening in intensive care. In your free report, you will also discover how to ask the doctors and the nurses the right questions. Discover the many competing interests in intensive care and how your critically ill loved one's treatment may depend on those competing interests. How to eliminate fear, frustration, stress, struggle and vulnerability even if your loved one is dying. 5 mind-blowing tips and strategies helping you to get on the right path to peace of mind, control, power and influence in your situation. You will get real-world examples that you can easily adapt to your and your critically ill loved one's situation. How to stop being intimidated by the intensive care team and how you will be seen as equals. You'll get crucial behind-the-scenes insight so that you know and understand what's really happening in intensive care and how you need to manage doctors and nurses in intensive care, and it's not what you think. Thank you for tuning into this week's Your Questions Answered, and I'll see you again in another update next week. Make sure you also check out our blog section for more tips and strategies, or send me an email to support@intensivecarehotline.com with your questions. Also check out our product section where you get more ebooks, videos and audio recordings, and where you can also get one-on-one consulting via Skype or over the phone with me. This is Patrick Hutzel from IntensiveCareHotline.com, and I'll see you again next week in another update.